Hi, I will show in this video how I use Code OSS as external editor for FreeCAD. I use FreeCAD 0.19. Don't look at the revision number and the hash. They are not a good one. It is a version from last Saturday. I'm running FreeCAD on Manjaro Linux based on Arch. So let's open the macro folder. Then we will see how to use the external editor in two ways. The first one is embedding FreeCAD. So let's try to import FreeCAD. We can see that the module FreeCAD is unresolved. You don't know where it is. So to solve this, you can of course import sys and type syspath append, but there is a specific way for Code OSS. You see, the way is to create a file called .env, and then you can type, for example, FreeCAD lib equal user lib FreeCAD lib, which is my path for FreeCAD lib on Arch with the package I use. You can also add the mod path to get access to extra workbench like Arch. And then you can assign Python path equal FreeCAD lib FreeCAD mode and Python path. It is still not working. It don't recognize FreeCAD yet. You need to restart Code OSS. And now we have it. So we can import FreeCAD GUI, and as explained on the FreeCAD wiki page, you can embed FreeCAD using import FreeCAD GUI and then FreeCAD GUI show main window, but you need to put it in the host event loop. So let's get a look at a quick example of PySide 2 here. Let's copy paste this. You can run this using the inside debugger. Currently I have no configuration, so I can create a new configuration running the current Python file, current active Python file. It automatically creates the configuration file for it. So I have my little hello world here. I don't want an hello world. I want to run FreeCAD, so let's remove the label and add FreeCAD GUI, show main window, and I will create a new document rather than get the active document. So a new document, and let's create a box. You can see that auto-completion don't work for everything, especially if I don't import it. But even imported, you can see that I get nothing for parts. But I know that I can create a box like this. And then I can do a part show box. Let's run this. You can see that I have a stop here, so I can debug the current process, the current module. Let's remove. And here is my box. And as you saw, I can debug and see what's inside my box. For example, the moment, and I can copy paste the moment as expression. I have my box, but nothing is printed because it is not printed in the right place. But we can see the moment here in the report view. The second way to use Code OSS as an external editor is to run a macro, for example. So we can create a new file called macro.py, and let's import FreeCAD again. Not GUI this time because GUI will be already there. And parts. I don't create a new document because I have already a document open when I run a script, most part of the time. Part make box. So I have box, but let's now see how to debug. We need a module called PTVSD, which is the native debugger for Code OSS. And run a pip install PTVSD if you don't have it already. Then you need to add some code in your script. So we need to import PTVSD, then it's not attach, but enable attach. And to know what to put inside here, you can create another configuration, still Python, but this time you will select remote attach, localhost, because we debug on our local computer, and by default the port number is this one. And you will see that it is not only this, but address equal local host the port number, which is then PTVSD wait for attach. Now if I run again the macro, you can see that the GUI is freezing. I can do nothing. So I need to go back to PTVSD and run the debugger with attacher. And now it is working. But I didn't stop anywhere, and I had no error, so it did nothing. So let's add a breakpoint. And run the macro again. It still do nothing, but you can notice here that you have an error message. It says that the script is not in my home folder, which is normal because the macro folder is not in the home folder. So we can see that it's searching for it in the home folder. So I need to specify that I want him to find it in the macro folder. So same as before, I can get my micro folder path and in the launch I can type home, username, and FreeCAD macro. If I run this guy again, it freezes again. I start the attacher, and this time it stops at the breakpoint. And you can, as before, explore. Let's see my box. Not yet here because yeah, now it's created somewhere. Ah, here. And you can also use OSS functionality like debug evaluate, so you can see if you have an error, what is going wrong, and test something else to correct it. You can explore. You can type box dot. It should autocomplete. I don't know why it's not. But nevertheless, I have my box here, And if I run in the embedded version, I'm pretty sure I will have my autocompletion in the debug console. Length, yes. Okay, so what I'm not satisfied about is that you don't have full autocompletion. So for example, with parts, you don't have correct autocompletion. So should we use some steps like we did on Revit with Revit API? I don't know. Also, I don't know how to, in the embedded version of FreeCAD, I don't know how to interact with FreeCAD past the loop event launch. So I don't know to for example, run a script after FreeCAD is open, running. Maybe there is some possibility with a queue process, and I saw many talk on the forum about this, but and there is also some solution with a web server, but no, I don't know what's the good solution for this. It seemed weird to me to use a web server, so I don't know. Okay. If you have any solution or any better example, let me know in the comments. I will continue to try to find a better solution.